Hello everybody, welcome in, good to see you. Welcome to the channel, my name is Quincy, welcome to Quincy's Tavern. We are playing Best Served Cold today. We were given a code from the devs, thank you so very much for letting us check this out. Really excited to see what this one is all about. Best Served Cold is a story game where we take on the role of a bartender. It's a murder mystery to solve, and think like Prohibition era Speakeasy. So I'm really excited to kind of see what this is all about. Let's just jump on in and yeah. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Mysteries. Case 0, The Last Drop. Monday. Ooh, in a bad mood. Vincent Floor. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floor, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. Oh, what a day. Tsar in literature is Providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Everything all right, Mr. Floor? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink. So dazzle. What would you like? Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. Well, we haven't served them a bad drink yet. Let's keep it that way. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Well, that's good. That's a reminder to hydrate. Press the serve button. Oh, it's behind me, little head over here. Boop. Press the cocktail serve button on the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Opens the drink serving menu. Oh boy. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. That's the spirit. Vincent loves the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood, so let's select Eastern Ruby on the list to start making his favorite cocktail. Whiskey, sugar syrup, lemon juice, red wine, ice cubes, cherry. Sounds tasty. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing them through with the arrow, following along the lines in the direction it's pointing. Once you start following the path, you'll need to keep up the pace as the red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path or the drink will be ruined. Oh, I see. So we gotta go quickly. Just gotta drag it all around. Shaky, shaky, shaky. We done made the Eastern Ruby. Very pretty. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward you the most affection. Ah. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased and you will lose all but one action for the remainder of the conversation. Okay, so we have a limited amount of things to talk about. Gotcha. Or actions, rather. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you. But I didn't expect it. Especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers. Yet you are already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drink menus to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Rusalka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with chat about the crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary the police is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We opened a bar during Prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is a law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Zara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends on in the police, but you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. In the early hours of the morning, the body as of yet unidentified young woman was found in an alley off the Bukovi Boulevard. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activities taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this dizzle-dazzle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats in the city council. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory? It does not. Greedy, joyless politicians are making sure this prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime and murder if it's in their interest. You know a Saran politician is lying when his mouth is moving. The scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at the speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous. But I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. For what? We're on Bukovi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, vine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. Oh, one more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. See you, Vincent. Ooh, we have a history. Every day, we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customers seated on the edges of the room. You can click on a customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious woman in the back. Ooh, mysterious woman. Energetic girl. The woman takes a seat looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice trader's symposium. You know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich, and he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. But then I stop, and nothing has changed. Sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. I trust your judgment. Okay. Shows all the... so here we go. We got toggle of the log conversation if you want to go back and read that. Profiles of all the customers we've met. A hotel maid whose rough edges and boisterous behavior hide a pleasant, caring personality. Vincent Floire. I hope I'm saying that name right. I don't think I am, but we are going to go with it anyway. And we make a drink. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer will like it or not. The question mark means that you don't yet know how they feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones they feel neutral about. The information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with the customer faster than a neutral one. This symbol indicates the smoothness of a drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. In other words, how many actions you'll be able to take during the following conversation. Ooh, I see. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar, so don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as you have actions remaining, but it can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage shows how much alcohol a drink is. The higher the percentage, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen a customer's lips. But be careful, a customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's tastes, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect a customer's mood as well as how talkative they will be after you've served them. Let's make our drink, shall we? The Copper Bullet, vodka, lime juice, ginger ale, ice cubes, mint leaf, lemon slice. Coming right up. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da! One copper bullet. So pretty. Damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything being so busy... Why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchants Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. You don't care about clothes? At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up a fewer wines. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Whew. I'll take that as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. The nightcap just opened, yes. The nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you Bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in any of them, even when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid-bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts here. We're all equal when we walk through those doors. Her smile is warm, and she nods a little, like she just made up her mind about you. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got Bartistu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of them are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all customers. Ding. So we're like a speakeasy underneath a library. That's kind of cool. Awkward gentleman. A new customer takes his seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? It's like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever. I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. How does this place work? Oh. Okay. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Ready to serve. Thank you. Let's give you a wake-up call. Yeah, it's early. Maybe some coffee would help you. Man needs his caffeine. Perfect mix. Perfect. Well, as perfect as a crime can be. You've probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Well, they're in a good mood at least. Business? Wait, what does this say? So he's drunk. So this is inebriated. Gotcha. Affection indicates how well liked you are by the customer. 25, 50, 75, 100. Gotcha. So underneath here is sober, tipsy, drunk. He's drunk. Inebriated. Cool. Business. He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, Latest Bukovi Boulevard Victim Identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovi Palace finally released the name of the latest victim in a string of murders by the so-called Bukovi Killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Tsaran and lifetime resident of Bukovi, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley off Bukovi Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says that he, quote, assumed she was just late again, unquote. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Not really. I doubt that. None? Really? There's a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead? And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place... I was just making a drink for my new friend. Obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you can be, and you're letting that chance slip away. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help? You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, it's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer. With your help. Your first assignment is to interview those drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a little bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. You drinking here is also illegal, right? It is, but I have dispensation. And with your background, I'm sure you agree it's best we don't look too closely at who has broken which laws. Now, are you going to help me? I don't have an option here, do I? He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? How do I investigate? You interrogate everyone at your bar and ask the right questions. Get to know them, make them willing to talk. A glass of alcohol might loosen their tongues. I suggest you keep track of your findings on a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused pinboard in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connection makes them easier to understand. I'll give it a try after my shift. Good. Any questions? Where should I start? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy when Talia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know the ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. We'll see what I can do. You're part of this now. Time is short, and I expect something solid from you soon. Speaking to customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Ooh, right here. Using the show clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to a customer is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi. But be careful. Showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. This case is the highest priority, and you're on the clock. If you don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated Force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputation. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure, though. Well, at least we know what to do. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative locations for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail. Usually a bit sweet for my taste. Miss me, Peter? Every day. Was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises an eyebrow and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, huh? Any flavor I can work with here that you like? Going all sweet on me now. Well, I like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out. Coffee it is. Peter leans low with his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Let's see indeed. Coffee, cold winter, wake up call. Let's do the cold winter, I guess. Go around in circles. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Ba-doop. Coffee drink. Cold winter. Perfect mix. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. So, you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. As long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with the frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn anyone away without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. What's your job these days? My collar is blue, and I work with my hands a lot. Some of the other fellows in my line of work have a bit too much fun for my tastes. You don't like your colleagues? I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is natural result of the system we live in and the deals people make. It's neutral. I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They know the deal they were getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I don't want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final, long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now, if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me and I need to take care of that. Sure thing. Okay, bye, Peter. Hello, Miss Ma'am. Extravagant lady. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think, this grand place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yes. He's the man who invited me. He's probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't mentioned you. No, he must have. Carmine, Carmel, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on. A VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips with audacity. I guess we lie to make her like us. Oh, that Olivia Carmine. Yes, Vincent's mentioned you. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand? Maybe? The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on the stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly wait your performance, bartender. Anything specific? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Something fruity it is for Miss Carmine. Let's pour you something fabulous. Thank you, darling. My throat is absolutely parched. Fruit. Tropical fruit. Maybe like the Pirate's Joy. Probably this one. Boop, 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 boop. Come here. Ooh. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Very fancy. Astonishing. Flawless. Incredible. Divine. Absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. What a day. Did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her fingers to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm studying my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I call it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it, but... Well, I suppose I let my mouth run a little when I'm tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Picture me and my sultry voice broadcast nationwide to the people of Sara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. So excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know. Sure. Olivia swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back, though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. See you soon. We have someone over here. Some preacher man. Hello, Mr. Oh. A miserable-looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drinks stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really. Just strong. Strong it is. He takes a short breath. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly. Your jokes. Strong is high alcohol content, the night count, ice cubes, gin, vermouth, triple sec, lemon slices. Ooh, 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 boop, 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 up, in, over and down. Yeah. Perfect mix. Pretty. The world is spinning and my worries have become as blurred as my vision. Exactly why I came here. Doesn't sound like a good thing. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it that bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. I can only imagine, gosh. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. End conversation. Bye, John. To everybody. Don't see nobody else here. You can slowly drag over. Oh, I can use the arrow keys too. That makes it easy. Nobody else is here. Okay, closing. Ding ding. At the end of the day, you return to your home office where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make new deductions. Besides structuring your thoughts, the clue board also has another very important function. Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that can tell you something about the same person or event? Try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red string. To place a clue you found on the board, simply click and drag them over to the clue from the clue list on the right. Clues on the board can be arranged as you wish to help with your investigation. At any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging it and dropping back in the clue list, should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. The two clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click on one of the pins, then drag the string to the other clue's pins. See what happens. The Last Drop. The murder of Natalia Reed took place near a speakeasy known as The Last Drop. It was closed down after the fact. Peter mentioned that his favorite speakeasy, The Last Drop, was shut down recently. He had to find a new watering hole, which is how he discovered the nightcap. Pinned. Peter's street smart. Clue combined. Peter frequented The Last Drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed's murder took place before it was shut down. He should be able to tell me who else went there to drink, and if any of them visit the nightcap. Congratulations, you created a new combined clue. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there are any new deductions you can make. To proceed to the next day, click on the coat rack to the side. Ooh, let's see what this is. Peter frequented The Last Drop. Okay. Oop. Okay, so that's cool. So like if I click on this one, it shows me... that I've tried to connect it to these two before, and they don't have anything in common. That's neat. So we'll keep these out though, and I guess we'll end the day. What a cool little game so far. I really like it. We have less than 2 weeks though to solve this mystery, and time is running fast. Well, well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're a beacon in the night. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Now, press the show clue to open the notebook and present him with a new combined clue. Present clue, okay. Yes. The story about the broad that got iced at a speakeasy. The story about a broad that got iced at a speakeasy? What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journos did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing. And for what? Got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories. The hoi polloi get all worked up and ain't no one got the real facts, except for the ones who know keep their mouths shut. And folks say the city council are fabricating the killings. They got their heads screwed on wrong. Bakovia officials can barely patch a hole in the road, for far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional. But it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folks went up there, so don't go making any inferences. You know where the line is. You'll need to see what happens when you step over it. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Elena Dragos, type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at poker tourney. I'm just gonna give him a Boston accent as I slowly slip into this. Elliot, sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. Still might. And Killian Durand, a rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an intrepid reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? Alright. I was just curious. When you don't feel like asking a customer any further questions, you can always press the leave button on the bottom right to exit a conversation, regardless of how many actions you have left. However, if you still have questions for Peter, you can simply continue your conversation. A drink, Peter? Maybe just one? You don't want my lips loosening? Who knows what I'll say? So this one is his favorite. So we'll just do this one. Boop, 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 boop. Bow, bow, bow. It's a cool bottle. Or shaker. Ta-da! This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. Let's catch up like the old days. So we have 3 options. Victim, know anything about Natalia Reed? Criminal background, so between us, I assume you never went legit. Work, how's work these days? If we're catching up. So between us, I assume you never went legit? Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. Let's see. Okay, so we need to be at least 50%. 50% affection. Know anything about Natalia Reed? Shame about her accident. Her murder. Murder, then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Why odd? Didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Can you elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational. fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones that don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Whoever stuck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police, or whoever's holding your leash, should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got ice for asking too few questions. You're right. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess? Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back. So I get it. Right. How's work these days? Sure, I'll play along with this amnesia of yours. My job is the same as ever. I'm a problem solver, and the problem I solve is this. What do you do when someone who owes you money stops paying you? I make sure agreements are kept and no one breaks their word. In a way, I help all parties involved cause one way or another. In a way, I help all parties involved because one way or another, the deal they made won't be broken. And where possible, I hope my business never involves my friends. Business is never personal for me, but the way I do business, some people take it real personal. Understood. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get into any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. Will do. Hello, people. How can we help? How can I help you? We have 4 people over here. We have lots of people. Let's talk to the man right here. Him seems lonely. Ooh, bad mood office worker. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath, and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day. Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palm up, stopping you. Wait! Make sure it's clean glass. All our glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences. Smudges and such. 1 glass, no smudges. Good. I'll have that cocktail. I'm waiting. Any particular flavors? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty? Minty coming right up. The man closely inspects it and gives you a reassuring nod. Coming right up. Hope it's good. The mint punch. Sugar syrup, white rum, mint leaf, ice cubes, soda, and lemon. Copper bullet could also be good. But I think the mint punch is probably the way to go, you know? It's literally mint. Yeah. Wow. I have to find where like the line starts to drag it all over, and sometimes I get confused. Another pretty drink. That's a nice drink. Clean glass, crisp taste. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with a sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. Are you a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bukovi, but to be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got cancelled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are? Good. That's when I usually need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you another drink? No, I should head home. Thanks a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. See you then. So we got a little bit of affection. We didn't get him too buzzed. A somewhat moody worker who likes to drink in his pastimes. Oh, one of the potential patrons of the last drop. Interesting. Hugo would be interested in this information. Okay. Someone from my past, a former partner from my darker days in Bukovi. Favorites, cold winter. Peter is still employed in the criminal underworld as a debt collector, ensuring his employers, usually loan sharks, can get a return on their investment. Host of an upcoming radio show, Chamomile and Carmine. Favorites, Pirate Joy. John Lacey. His goddess does not seem to mind his alcoholism, nor his attending an illegal speakeasy. Okay, so it's good to check this. We'll have to keep checking these every now and then to make sure that nothing goes awry. See you then. Bye, Elliot. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You. Striking redhead. The woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans the room. Then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bakovia Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems we have to have flowed past this venue without impact. I can't tell if that's a compliment. As close to one as you're likely to get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father? You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. Okay. Do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like you drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little more fabulous, but not too much. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Let's see if I can impress you. A difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. So, strong but not too strong. Maybe like a poison cube? Or a femme fatale. I think this is literally it, isn't it? Ice cubes, tomato juice, vodka, lemon juice, salt, pepper, chili, olive. Right? This is her. Oh, the femme fatale. Ooh. A twist? Not bad. But too many of these and I'll get bored. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So maybe neutral on this one? I'll take this back to my table now, darling. Enjoy. I guess we'll go down the line. Well-dressed girl. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know. If I'm honest, too many options. How about I choose? I'd appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light, though. I have work in the morning. I'm looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Any flavors you're fond of? This may sound odd, but tomato? Okay, a femme fatale for the lady. Let's make you something nice. Many thanks. So, do we have anything else with tomato? Nope, just the femme fatale. Ooh, so it starts in different places. Okay. Gotcha. Animation's so pretty. That's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me at any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Popa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Good luck. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. Boy in pink. Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selections, than you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. What can I get you? Surprise me. Give me some hints? Well, I'm a big fan of rum. I think. You think? You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the 3 girls he came in with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender? So 10 bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much, and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can handle that. Thank you. Alright, pour away. What flavors do you enjoy? Something with a little sweet touch, like rum. Let's make it you something nice. Don't keep me waiting now. Rum it is. Let's see. So we got a Pirate's Joy and we got Mint Punch. Are the things that we have right here with rum. I mean, 4% alcohol. I don't know how crazy you want to go with this guy, but sure, let's do it. Eeh, wah, whew. It almost ate me. It almost got me. I could get used to this. I'm Killian, and you might have met my parents at some point. The Durans. I don't think so. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though it's fuzzy. Fine people, though I suppose as private doctors perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes back to sit at the table. And the final guest of the evening? Blonde lady. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I am also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can try to help you make up your mind. I'd probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. Something strong, but something sweet. Okay. Strong and sweet. Let's see. Ginger ale could do it. Sugar cubes, lemon juice, red wine, ice cubes, cherry. The Eastern Ruby could do it. Pretty strong and sweet, I think. The Pirate's Joy would do it for the pineapple, sugar syrup with the mint syrup. Let's do the Eastern Ruby here. Boop, 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 boom. Fancy. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. Have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. But a bookshop too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How'd you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I brought a few friends along and we're already getting a bit tipsy if you haven't already noticed. Didn't have to tell you that. They reek of booze. You hide it well. Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. You too. We still have some actions with them. I don't know if this does anything. Evening. Well, what do you want to know, bartender? Ooh, so we can go through and ask them questions now. Hang on, let me see if there's any information. So, okay, so these people have visited the... Ooh, nope. Yep. Tell me about yourself, Wendy. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise and lets out a little delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, home heath, out in the country. I moved to Bukovi because I got bored and come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar? I'd say you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? It's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. Now play along. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better. Or worse, if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, I moved here, and now I'm sat at this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. How do you know about my background? I guess criminals can be dangerous. You know a lot, darling. And most of what I know, I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have the repartee with someone who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. Let's see. How do you know everyone? I'm cordial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class, you know, in pre-prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything. Genuine. You feel the same? Or are you an open book? It takes me a while to warm up. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Good. When you have secrets that could ruin you, sharing them with people is like handing them a loaded pistol. In this case, though, we're all breaking the rules to be here, so it does encourage a kind of mutual trust-distrust paradox. Let's keep each other's secrets together, lest we ruin the fun for everyone. Are you taking a risk being here? She laughs, and for the first time, it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us, but alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact, but you can tell if you look closely. You can tell. She purses her lips briefly, a smile flashes across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria's a puppy in her... Alina pays for everything. Maria's a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I do the same. The poor girl's head must be spinning. Evenings in the casino, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bedsheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. You don't seem to like Maria. I don't like Alina much right now either, but again, they might grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like. Imperfections. And they're both sharp as tacks, if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, well, blondness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off the chest chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. I'm sure. You wear a lot of expensive items. I do. Aren't you worried about being robbed? If I'm outside, the best place someone could rob you would be my empty home. If I didn't wear the nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed. An unglamorous existence. Earrings are meant for ears. Jewels don't sparkle when kept in a box. Do you know anything about Natalia Reed? The dead woman. I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Alina Dragos, especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore you with long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do, so I may cover my ears in time. I'll try. I have other things to attend to. I'm sure you do. Bye, Wendy. Okay, let's... Okay, we'll go in this way again, because, like, I'm gonna obviously present, like, the clues to these two. Let's talk to Maria a little bit. Good evening. Evening, Maria. We should chat, I guess. Pass the time. You're not a big drinker? Not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Alina asks me along, and leaving her at a bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so. Alina and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe, even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not that bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at the old tailors in the stacks. The other girls at Seems Good talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. I think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire. The building was a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Oh, you play chess? When we were in school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Patterns, not just in the fabric, but in this city, in people, and most of all in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me. Competition. Even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Not quite. Although I have won tournaments. We both won a few, but none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. Like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I asked her what her secret is. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. Any other hobbies that aren't so intense? Cooking, I guess? I make great tamale, but this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of drinks order. Fair point. You and Alina play chess together? We do, yes. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals, but ended up being best friends. It's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does that sound a bit strange? A little. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day, and to beat all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now, I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bokovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago, and I came in second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals, and it was intense. It felt like my whole life was building up to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we'd already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the Grandmasters. So, in a way, the final was just a victory lap for us. I haven't talked about chess too much. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love, but either way, thanks for listening. Anytime. I love when people talk about what they're passionate about. It's always fun. What do you know about Natalia Reed? The accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines. Like the start of some macabre murder mystery, but without the cheery ending, probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. Thanks for the chat, Maria. See you soon. All right, Mr. Killian Durand. Bartender, we meet again. That tends to happen if you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? You wrinkle your nose every time you take a sip. Yeah, you're right. I don't enjoy this. The drinks are well made enough, but I simply can't become accustomed to the taste. I must persevere. You don't have to, you know. I started going to bars to be around Alina and Wendy. With a killer going on the loose, I'd like to keep an eye on them. Very gallant. I've had my eye on Alina for a bit. We've gone on a few dates. I think she really likes me, but she's a guard dog. Maria's hackles are up and she has fangs. In fact, I was thinking of paying for Maria to attend a distant chess tournament just to have more time with Alina alone. Perhaps take her to Mary Auberge for steak roulade. Might keep that to yourself. You plan to stay with me. Good. It's stressful though, trying to keep my interests secret. I'm only here in pursuit of the object of my affection, and this constant boozing is worrying my mom a great deal. I usually wouldn't listen to her, but she holds great sway over my disposable income. What do you think of Alina? Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through the clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like an intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. Interesting. Did you know about Natalia Reed? A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get her radio cab home. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Selena told me this morning. Well, it's rather sad, but more in that fleeting, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so. You will die one day. Is that a threat? Just a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? Alright, mister. Time to present you with this clue. You visited the nightcap, didn't you? I don't really know the gentleman. If I don't get home soon, my mother will lock me out. Bye. 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 Hello, hello. What does a girl need to get a drink around here? Evening, Alina. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay, so, ooh, there's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's... I need her to like me. How are you finding your time here? Pleasant crowd, mostly. There's a few people here that I'm not on great terms with, but it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Who? I'd rather not get into it, honestly. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Do you? Who? Elliot? How'd you guess that? Just instinct. He's a piece of work, alright, especially when he's drunk. A few months before Prohibition, I was at a casino with my father on my birthday. He wasn't exactly going to bake me a cake, and I didn't want to be alone all that day till the club's open and I could see my friends. So I figured I'd take an interest in his hobby. While Dad was playing Baccarat, Elliot made a play for me. Oh? Obviously, I turned him down pretty quickly, but I remember him getting so angry. I tried to brush him off gently, but he really didn't get the message. I've dealt with fellas shouting at me before, but this was different. The more his rage built, the quieter he got. But you could tell he was losing control. Shaking. I clung to my dad after that and didn't go back to the casino, but I'd still see him around sometimes. Makes my skin crawl. So you went through that. Don't be sorry. Be cautious. He has a few screws loose, if you ask me. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Anything, let's see. Let's just get into some juicy gossip. Are you single? It's complicated, but I'm seeing someone. Even if some people might prefer me to be... Who prefers that? Maria mainly, though I can't say many of my friends approve of my love life. Why not? Many reasons. I guess if we discuss an abstract, we can talk about this, even if it's a difficult subject. Sure. I guess what I can't decide is how do you choose between your best friend and a potential partner? I mean, what's more important, old friendships or new love? Love comes and goes. Friends are forever. I used to think that too, but surely a good friend wants you to find love. I don't know. Is a friend supposed to support your choices, or is a friend supposed to tell you the hard truths that you don't want to hear? Friendship is about honesty. You might have a point. I need to think about this. I should talk to Maria. We can talk about anything, or we could. But we've been through a lot. I hope she understands that this time the guy I like is different. Is he really different? Yes, I think he is. It's nice to hear. Okay. Risk. Let's see. So you and Maria. What about us? Are you two dating? Maria? No, but we're close. Must have been mistaken then. I get that a lot. Lena is still blushing. This topic seems to be something she wouldn't discuss unless she really trusts you. Ah. Ooh, so we will work on that later. Good to know, good to know. Looks like we're gonna play matchmaker. We have one more clue, so let's see if we... Sure, I visited. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. And then they just leave. So maybe I should wait until they like me more. Peter's job is still employed in the criminal underworld. Peter's favorite speakeasy. Potential patrons. I'm just gonna connect everything together. Process of elimination. I love it. Okay. Well, this will end this episode. My friends, we'll be back again with the next part of Best Served Cold. I almost forgot what this game was. Best Served Cold. Thank you for being here with us. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys later.